Welcome back to Falcons in a Flash. I'm Lauren Donald, your magnet coordinator for Sherwood Middle Academic Magnet, and I'm here today with some of our STEM electives teachers. We've talked about our visual and performing arts department. We've talked about our wonderful core teachers, but we also have some wonderful STEM elective classes to offer our Sherwood Middle students. So I'm going to begin with our digital citizenship teacher. Her name is Miss Harsh. She happens to be our librarian and technology facilitator as well. So she is a busy lady. Miss Harsh, please tell us about your course.
Yes, I'm very busy, Miss Donald. But in my digital citizenship class, we use Google's Be Internet Awesome curriculum, where we talk about what is appropriate to share online, how to assess whether or not a website or an email is legitimate or a phishing attempt. We talk about strength of our passwords and being nice and kind online, and how to stand up for each other online and use the internet as a tool to make life easier and better.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ms. Harsh. I think those are skills that every middle schooler needs to acquire, if not younger than middle school. But we are thankful that Ms. Harsh is here empowering our students with those skills that this world desperately needs. So thank you, Ms. Harsh. I appreciate it. Mr. Wheeler is going to be next. He is our multimedia productions teacher, and he is doing some amazing things with our students. So Mr. Wheeler, tell us about your program.
So in our program, basically, I just teach my students how to make videos. And that seems like a really basic thing, but as my students discover, it's hard to make good video. It really is. Just getting in front of a camera and communicating your thoughts clearly and in a way that is visually compelling is very difficult to do. And it's something that most students don't know how to do. And that really worries me, because when I look around the world right now, we communicate via video, and not just like right now, but like since like 2016, 2015, there's been a big shift to video communication, not just informationally, but also just for entertainment. And so it's very important for me to teach my students how to do that. In my class specifically, the projects we work on, for the last couple of years, we have been making a Sherwood show where we make videos about Sherwood for Sherwood. But this year, I'm actually expanding that scope a little bit more. And by the end of the school year, all of my students will launch their own YouTube channel. So I'm really curious to see how that goes.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Wheeler. And I think what you said is spot on about right now. Our world is changing. And I think especially in Baton Rouge and in Louisiana in general, the film industry has really taken roots here. And so being able to equip our students with skills that they need to become a part of a huge industry in Louisiana, I think is wonderful. And we appreciate your teaching these students how to do a small piece of that. Thanks, Mr. Wheeler. All right, next we are going to be moving to one of our teachers, Ms. Rosinski, who teaches coding to our students. This is a skill that every single student wants to know. So Ms. Rosinski, tell us about your coding course.
So coding, again, like you said, it's an incredibly valuable skill, especially in the modern age. It tells you all about how to talk to a computer and how it runs and how it does what you want it to do. So in my course, I try to give them a foundation in first, what even is code? Where does it come from? And then we talk about what you can do with that. And we start off with some pretty simple coding. We do some web development with HTML and CSS. So that's designing how your website's going to look, but we don't just tell them how to make a website. We also talk about what you can do with that power, basically, how to use it for good, and how you can create websites to get a message across for things that you want people to know about or to bring awareness to issues or concerns of yours. And we also spend some time doing some game development too, because that's, for a lot of kids, one of the biggest reasons why they're obsessed with code. They live in a digital world. They're constantly consuming digital media, and so they're fascinated trying to learn how to actually make that themselves and do that themselves. So they really enjoy it and really like it to kind of have that control over that and understand it. So it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. You would be shocked to see some of the things that kids can do with coding. And I think it's also, just like we talked about with the film industry, technology is here to stay. And so we might as well empower our kids with skills like coding so that they can apply that to any job that they may have in the future. Not to mention the different courses they can follow up with in high school that use coding as a part of their curriculum. So that's wonderful. Thank you, Ms. Rosinski. We appreciate you being here. And next, kind of tying into the technology side of things, coding, dealing with online web development, that kind of thing. We also want to teach our students the technical skills that they need to be able to apply science in the real world. And so we have Ms. Lyle here with us, who was one of our wonderful science teachers, and she is teaching the robotics course this year. So Ms. Lyle, tell us about your robotics program at Sherwood Middle.
Hi. So we've split our sixth graders. So after they learn coding with Miss Rosinski, then they're going to come see me, and they're going to use that coding with our Lego Mindstorms program. And they're going to build robots, and we participate in local competition with other middle and high schoolers 3 Saturdays during the school year. And the students really enjoy using the engineering design process to develop their robots and to complete different challenges for the competition. And the robotics, we also learn about the history of robotics, and we look at robots that the students are familiar with. A lot of them are familiar with movie robots, and we look at real world robots for them to learn more than just let's play with Legos.
Right. Well, and I think that's interesting, Ms. Lyle, because in Baton Rouge in particular, we have some amazing universities in the city with fabulous engineering departments. Last year, we got to go visit Southern University. Ms. Lyle brought her robotics students. And so being able to show students, yes, they're learning robots in middle school, but you're going to still need these skills when you get to college, especially if you want to go into something like engineering, which is a huge field in Louisiana. I think giving them the knowledge of robots right now as a 10, 11, 12-year-old is a big deal. So we appreciate Ms. Lyle. Ms. Lyle spends lots of hours outside of school dealing with the robotics team and the competitions that they participate in. So she is a huge asset to Sherwood Middle. So we appreciate it, Ms. Lyle. And I want to thank all of our teachers for being here this afternoon. Thank you again to our STEM electives teachers, and we will see you next time on Falcons in a Flash. Bye.